Hello, this is an audio-only review on the top popular game called Paladins. This review will contain foul language, hardcore criticism, and many more. Listener discretion is highly advised. Hello, my name is Little Monster, and this is an audio-only review on the popular free-to-play game Paladins, a multi-hero class shooter in its respective genre. Paladins is a direct competitor to the top popular Valve game Team Fortress 2, and an even more competitor to Overwatch, Blizzard's first-person competitive shooter, also competitor to Team Fortress 2. From the very get-go, Paladins has a lot to go after for. The crown title of Team Fortress 2, and the hyper-competitive and now very successful Overwatch. So would you kindly join me into some brief history in Paladins? Originally, Paladins was created by the same people who also created Smite. Hi-Rez Studios is also a very successful free-to-play game. As stated before, Paladins is a free-to-play game that anyone can install and play, either through the official website or the official Steam launcher. You and 4 other compatriots must join the battle amongst the realms, and to contain and control the objective, which is a small little area amongst the map, or pushing the payload to the enemy side. In Paladins, everything's reliant on your class, being the lightweight and flimsy flankers, the medium range and hard-hitting damagers, or the meaty and occasionally bullet-spongy tanks. Since Paladins is also a fast-paced multiplayer shooter, everything is also reliant on your internet connection and you keeping up. The overall graphical style design of Paladins has a nice cartoony design, including its weapons, characters, and map design as well. The maps also aren't too complicated, but you must play at least a few games to get your feel around. But I do have some negative remarks on the game's overall performance. If you do not have anything above a Radeon R Phenom, the game is not playable. And with the constant audio glitches, you will not have a good time. The second warning that I must tell you is that Paladins, being also a free-to-play game, also has, and not limited to, hacking, DDoSing, and other forms of glitches that may be considered server-wise or user-wise. Viewers and listener discretion is heavily advised. There are some irritating features of Paladins that I must warn you. 1. It is free-to-play, but you don't have to purchase anything with real-world money. For an example, if you log in every single day, you can obtain the actual premium currency of the game itself, so there's that. Another thing, if you play multiple games, regardless if you win or lose, as long as you're a credit to the team, you can receive over 1,000 credits. That should be a great testament to other free-to-play games, regardless if you win or lose. The competitive scene is also the exact same way. There is no extra points, and there's barely any toxicity, since there are no open cams, unlike Overwatch, which is highly toxic and competitive if you are playing competitive, and even if you're playing the quick play, everything and anything in Overwatch is competitive and toxic. Unlike its brother competitor, Paladins, everything and anything is text-based, so you can easily ignore it. But sometimes you can't always ignore something that's quite voluntary. So overall I give Paladins an 8 out of 10. For multiple reasons. 1, some of the abilities can be a little bit bothersome. For an example, hi-rez fire, that originally did 75 damage per hit, now does 90% damage on a buff. Meaning, if you hit your buff button on an enemy, which gives them a light nerf, tossing the fire also eliminates their shields and their overall health by 90%. That is a big no-no if you want to balance your game correctly. 2. Fernando, one of the tanks in the game's shield, is very slow on its cooldown. If you really wanted to put a offensive tactic, you need that shield up immediately. and one of the characters known as Bomb King's overall stun is too fast and too potent. Please nerf this if you can. My name has been Luna Monster, and I will see you in the next audio-only review. Dun 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 dun.